What's poppin', everybody? Sid4. I want to talk about Pokemon TCG ratios because I think this is a topic that doesn't get addressed enough, and I think it's important since the ratios, in my opinion, have been kind of bad for quite some time now, for years, and they're actually getting worse. They got even worse with the Sun and Moon era, and they're gonna keep getting even worse, I think, if they don't do anything. This is mostly going to be about the ratios for Pokemon booster boxes, but it's about Pokemon TCG booster ratios in general in all products. So, my opinion of the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG has been quite low, the lowest, for quite some years now. But if there's one good thing that it did in the middle of the Pendulum era, I believe the set was called Breakers of Shadow, is that they drastically improved the ratios for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game when you buy a booster box, when you buy any booster actually. Before, it was basically when we get a booster box, you would maybe, well, most of the time it was very rare it wouldn't have a secret rare. One secret rare was standard. You would see maybe a couple of like 2 or 3 ultra rares, or maybe it was 2 ultra rares, 1 ultimate rare, or 1 ultimate rare, 1 ultra rare. It's just things of that nature, depending on your luck. And then you would see like maybe 5 or 6 super rares, like a couple of super rares, along with those a couple of ultra rares in the secret rare, and that's it. And there was a rare card in every pack. But come Breakers of Shadow, what they did is they made sure that you get 2 secret rares every box, you get 4 ultra rares always, and there's a super rare in every pack, if you're familiar with the ratios you do. And that was a major improvement. Now the downside of that is that they removed the ultimate rares altogether from the normal sets. You couldn't get any of them, and that really sucks. What they should have done is made sure that you, let's say, get 2 secret rares, 1 ultimate rare, and then like 3 ultra rares maybe, and you would always get like an ultimate rare too. But they decided to cut that altogether. But let's be honest, if that's the price we had to pay for these drastically improved ratios, it's a small price to pay. So that's what they did. Of course, there's still the other types of special sets where they have a bunch of holos, and that's the same with Pokemon TCG. The mini sets like Shining Legends and Dragon Majesty, those are a different animal. But when it comes to the Pokemon TCG, the actual standard sets, our main sets that come out every 3 months, the ratios have been bad, and they've been bad for quite a while. Now, it wasn't so bad back in the like DP days, let's say, as an example, where the sets were basically 100 cards. They weren't so big, and they really didn't have that many special cards and a lot of secret rares and so many different versions and full arts. For example, if you look at a set like Majestic Dawn or Great Encounters, your most high-end cards over there were the level X's. Maybe you would get like in those older sets, I guess 1 per box, and then later on the DP sets from the latter half, you could get a couple of level X's depending on the set. But the most high-end cards were basically level X's. If the set had secret rares, because not all sets had secret rares, the secret rares would be one of them would be some of the most high-end cards, of course, the most high-end cards. And then the rest were just rare holos. You could get like 1 booster box. You weren't going to get everything, of course. You're not going to pull everything. But you know, okay, I pulled most of the commons. I pulled most of the, rares and stuff. All these the smaller rarity cards. You get a couple of holos, and then okay, the couple of others, I can just buy them as singles or something. And you were more or less done with the set collection-wise. It wasn't so bad. But now with the Sun and Moon sets, and this goes back to the black and white sets actually, but it has gotten so much worse with the Sun and Moon sets. They have, the secret rare full arts, you got the normal full arts, you got the normal GX ones, already so many different versions. They do all these secret rares for the tools and items, like you got the secret rare candy, secret rare ultra ball, secret rare choice band, all these cards, and they're just, a set has so many different secret rares. They're basically doing what Yu-Gi-Oh used to do, where they had a lot of secret rares, and it took hell to try and get all of them. There was no way to get all of them, even if you bought like a whole booster case. So that's one of the things, and this ties into another video that I've made. You should check out to get more context about why sets are becoming bigger. That's one of the things too, because sets are so much bigger compared to then. Buying a booster box just doesn't even, probably won't even get you all of the commons and normal rares and uncommons. Of course, you were never guaranteed you were going to get them even in the past, but it just is so much bigger. Like you look at all the sets from Sun and Moon, and all of them are like in minimum 160. Like Sun and Moon is 160, Guardians Rising 160, Burning Shadows over 160. The smallest set is Crimson Invasion at 124, and that's not even that small. If you put this in another era, 124 wouldn't be considered small. It would be like above average. It used to be like 100 cards were the normal set size. But anyway, to tie into the ratios, because I'm talking about the size of the sets, the ratios are pretty bad. From what I understand, from what I gather from the booster box of Sun and Moon I opened, it seems that what they do now is that you do get a guaranteed secret rare, one of those rainbow secret rare cards, and they look pretty terrible. But yeah, you get that. I've never really missed getting one in every Sun and Moon box I open. So from what I understand, it's like a standard thing. It's like the Yu-Gi-Oh secret rare. And then maybe you'd get like one or two full arts, a couple of GXs, and only a couple of rare holos. That's really the problem. The sets are so big, there's so many rare holos, and it's bad enough they're not even that good. You couldn't even use them. You only get a couple of them. Like the ratios are pretty bad. Maybe it's just me, but I'm used to ratios like comparing them once again to like the DP era, perhaps previous eras. You get like 19, 18, 17 holo cards, 19 and maybe that's like the if you're really lucky. But you would get like between 18 and 17, ultra rare holo slash cards. A couple of them maybe would be like you get like the level X, a couple of level X's, and then the other ones they were just rare holos, and that's it. If the set didn't have secret rares and all these other high-end cards, these were basically your most sought-after cards, the highest rarity cards from those sets. We didn't have all these full arts, we didn't have all these secret rares and all these special cards. And since they, including those, they have to improve the ratios. It's bad enough that, in my opinion, the prices for booster boxes, to me, it seems like they're going up, and they lowered the card quality too, but that's a whole different topic. The card quality, if you look at some of the the cards, like you get the Sun and Moon cards, and then you compare them to some of the cards from the EX series, let's say, it's like the thickness of the cardboard, the quality of the cardboard. You check out the ink in the back of the cards. It just seems like they're saving money off of that. They're trying to cut corners. And that's true for all of the trading card games, from what I understand. I also noticed that you actually do always get a basic energy card. It took me a while to find that out, notice that. But yeah, you always get a basic energy card, but you get 11 cards per pack, so the energy is basically like a freebie. And that's a smart thing to do. If they included that in like the 10th card you get from the pack, that's bad because it makes things even worse. But yeah, you get the free energy, so that's a good way to get energies too, buying packs for the people that don't have them. So right, the free energy is okay. But they really need to improve like the ratios for the holo cards. It should be like you get every time you get a pack, you get a rare holo. Kind of like the super rares, what they did with Yu-Gi-Oh! You always get a super rare now and a rare. So you always get a rare holo, and you always get, let's say, your normal rare. Or maybe make it so that you get two reverses per pack, and then maybe one of the reverses is going to be, your typical common reverse card. But then maybe you have a higher chance of getting one of the more sought after cards as a reverse holo. One of the regular rare holos, you have a better chance of getting the reverse version as a holo. So let's say you get a rare card, you get a normal reverse, and then you get the reverse holo for an actual rare holo card. Like if that sounds confusing, let me give you an example. So let's say I open up Burning Shadows. Let's say I pull a reverse Rhyperior, which is a rare holo card. I put a normal rare, like I think Weavile is a rare from that set, maybe. And then I pull a normal reverse, like let's say a common Sneasel reverse. So something like that. So you have a better chance basically to open to get more of the high rarity cards. Because as it is, buying a booster box, 36 packs, quite expensive, and then you only get like a couple of rare holos, it's ridiculous. They need to improve the ratios drastically. At least make it so that it is how it was back in the DP days. Like you get, let's say, between 17 to 20, you know, rare holo cards. You know, some of them are going to be the GXs, of course, but you get a lot of them. I just opened so many different booster boxes from the Sun and Moon era, and minus a few, like I believe, let's see, I think my Forbidden Light one was pretty good. I think at least it might be the ratios are normal. But from opening Guardians Rising, Burning Shadows, the first Sun and Moon set, and Crimson Invasion even, it was kind of disappointing. Ultra Prism, basically all of them minus Forbidden Light, I was kind of meh with the ratios. I did get a couple of good cards, but you know, just including that secret rare and then all of the your other ratios are mediocre, it's not going to cut it. I think it's about time they did something like Yu-Gi-Oh did. It's crazy to say, and just drastically improve the ratios because they're releasing more product, a lot more mini sets coming out in Japan, so therefore a lot of our sets are getting bigger. There's more cards to collect. Sets are big. There's a lot of cards. We get all these special sets all the time too. We got Shining Legends. We got Dragon Majesty. You know, they need to improve the ratios at least so that you're actually getting the cards. You're spending the money, but you're getting cards at least. So I think I had more to say, but I made this video a while back and it got ruined. So I'm doing it again. Hopefully it's good enough. But hope you guys enjoyed. If you're not subscribed, I suggest you guys subscribe. My channel is basically an excellent hub for the Pokemon TCG. I have everything you can imagine when it comes to Pokemon TCG. Leave a like, share this with your friends, and SaberWolf94, I'll see you guys next time. What up?